Today we're checking out Brewstew Scariest roller coasters. Let's dive right on in.
Alright, now when I was a kid, I was a big fan of roller coasters.
Me
Which
too.
happened considering I live so close to Cedar Point. And if you don't know what Cedar Point is, well, it's an amusement park that has some of the biggest, fastest, most butthole-clenching roller coasters this side of the Mississippi. And when we were kids, me, my friend Steven, and his little brother Matt would go there every summer. So we know all the roller coasters like the back of our hand. So today I'm going to go over what I consider to be the top 3 scariest, ooh, spooky, roller coasters of Cedar Point.
Spooky.
All right, here we go. Number 3, the Magnum. All right, now the Magnum was like the first roller coaster that I was genuinely scared of. I mean, the thing is 200 fucking feet in the sky. It was built in the 1980s by a bunch of drunk welders. How safe could it really be? Hey, you guys want to go ride the Magnum? I think I'll pass. But, you know, peer pressure's a hell of a thing. I can't look like a wuss in front of all my friends, so I agree to go on the goddamn thing. So me and Steve are up front. We make Matt's ass sit in the back by himself. Why do I always gotta sit by myself? Well, because 1, we didn't invent odd numbers, and 2, you're the little brother and you suck ass. That's why. So we start going up the hill, and I gotta say, this roller coaster sounds like it's fucking falling apart from underneath us. It's all like clankety clank clank. We're all just sitting there in complete denial, like, it's supposed to sound like that, right? That's not the sound of a malfunctioning roller coaster, is it? Now, in the Magnum, it takes forever to get up the first hill, which is nice because it gives you plenty of time to get your affairs in order. Yeah, hi, Mom. If this thing collapses and I explode on impact, can you take care of the Tamagotchi for me? So up and up we go into the abyss. The whole time you're just sitting there thinking about how long ago the 1980s were. Good Lord, the 80s.
When I'm just watching this, I just feel like I'm already on a roller coaster. It just
make it to the tip of
looks
the top, and just
crazy.
when we're about to go over the edge, a fucking bug flies right into my mouth. So now as we're going down, I'm choking on a goddamn June bug or whatever the hell it is. I go to spit it out, and because, you know, physics and shit, my spit flings backwards and hits Matt right in the fucking face. Now for the rest of the entire ride, Matt's trying to strangle me from behind. I'm totally oblivious to what just happened, thinking that he's just trying to assassinate me because I got the goddamn front seat. We get off the ride and I'm like, dude, what the hell is that all about? You fucking spit in my face like we're in a goddamn episode of Jerry Springer, that's what. So that's the Magnum. I'll give it a 10 out of 10. I would highly recommend it.
Poop your pants factor.
On the way down. All right, the next one.
Number 2, the Millennium Force.
Now, the Millennium Force is pretty similar to the Magnum, except, you know, it's 100 feet taller, and it was made after the collapse of the USSR.
Oh, boy.
Just Virginia.
So that's good. And to my 11-year-old ass, the Millennium Force was like the tallest thing in the world, which means my afraid of heights having ass was pretty hesitant to go on it the first time. Holy hell, we could get to the moon on that goddamn thing. I think I'm gonna pass on this one. Oh, come on, don't be a wuss. Shut the hell up, Matt. Nobody was talking to you with your little brother ass. God, you're not even a real person. I'm just saying, like, what if we get like 2/3 of the way up, and all of a sudden the train stops, and then we're stranded hundreds of feet in the air because some asshole had to wear a goddamn GoPro on his head. Dude, what the hell are you talking about?
That was a passive video, I guess.
Get a corn dog instead. But instead of getting a corn dog, you guessed it, we get on the goddamn Millennium Force. So once again, we make Matt sit in the back, but this time some random Australian dude decides to sit next to him. Now, how do I know he was Australian? Well, because the whole time we were going up the first hill, that guy was like, oh, goodness. Oh, crikey. Oh, God, we're really high up right now. And look, I know that's a shitty Australian accent, but, well, I'm one man, and that's the best I can do, so you're just gonna have to deal with it. So once again, we get to the tippity top of this ride, and that Australian dude's like, crikey, there's a king croc right there. All right, that's not what he said. I don't know what he said. I'm sure it was something about a boomerang or a fucking kangaroo, the goddamn Sydney Opera House, something like that. Anyways, we go down the first hill, and holy hell, what an experience that was. The amount of G-forces we felt on our shitty little kid bodies, it was like we were in fucking astronaut training camp. The whole time the Australian dude won't shut the hell up. Oh, Vegemite sandwiches! Crocodile Dundee! When we got off that ride, it felt like our stomachs switched places with our assholes. Am I right?
What?
Millennium Force, 10 out of 10. Would highly recommend as well, especially if you're
you're definitely gonna shit your pants on it.
Number 1, the top Thrill Dragster.
All right, so this is kind of a tricky one because I think this ride's getting shut down for good, considering it's, you know, literally falling apart and trying to murder people. But I'm going to do it anyways. Now, the top Thrill Dragster isn't the most complicated roller coaster design. You go up, and then you go down, and the whole ride's over in like 14 seconds. But considering it's another 100 fucking feet taller, and it feels like you get shot out of a goddamn 30-06, I'd say it's pretty intense, to say the least. But those things are not what makes the Dragster the scariest roller coaster. No. The scariest part of the Top Thrill Dragster is the fact that sometimes the train doesn't make it over the hump, and you go hurling backwards like a fucking failed physics experiment.
Oh
So there
my
we are
God.
in line. We're about to get on this goddamn thing. And of course, the train ahead of us doesn't make it up the first time. Hell, it doesn't even make it up the second time either. Now, you'd think at this point, Cedar Point would just shut the ride down, give everybody free snow cones, and pray to God they don't have a class action lawsuit on their hands for emotional distress. But instead, they're just like, fuck it. Third time's the charm. And sure as hell, they were right. Third time was the charm. They made it over. Everybody in line's cheering like the fucking Backstreet Boys are in town. All right, well, I guess let's batter up. Now it's our turn. Let's hope for the best. So we're sitting there on the track, ready to get shot into outer space. And I have to admit, I wasn't too worried about having a rollback. Instead, I was more worried we'd have that perfect amount of momentum where we'd get stuck right at the very tippity top, stranded in the fucking stratosphere. And to make matters worse, we decided to sit in the front car. Now, you'd think if you were worried about getting stuck at the top, you'd want the heaviest people towards the front of the train to help pull you over the hump. Well, our little asses are like $1.50 combined. We're not gonna be able to
$1.50.
I go to look to see who's sitting in the back. There's like a fucking sumo wrestler and a dead horse back there. Oh my God, we're not gonna make it. We're all gonna die. Excuse me, on second thought, I think I'd like to get off. So off we go into the sky like a pissed off Captain Planet. And once we reach the top, I swear this thing slows down to like Zamboni speed. Now, I was emotionally distraught at the time, so I could be exaggerating, but I'm pretty sure we were fucking stuck up there for a second. We were like scooching our asses and shit trying to get this thing to move. But somehow, I don't know if it was a slight breeze or maybe somebody let out half a fart, we got just enough momentum to get over the goddamn hump. Now, apparently this happens quite a bit because I found a video on YouTube of the same thing happening to some other poor bastards. It kind of went something like this. Holy hell! Holy hell! Oh, God damn it, I knew it! We should have got a corn dog! When we got off that ride, I think it was safe to say that we were never going to be the same again. My hands are shaking.
Oh boy, I'm going to have to look at that ride on my own time.
I may or may not have shat myself. You guys want to do it again? Absolutely. Fuck yes.
Brewstew.com.
Oh my God. That was a funny one. And seriously, like, I've been on the monster at Lerone or something. That was definitely something. I've also been on the demon, but the demon's not a roller coaster. The roller coaster I was on was called the Monster, and that was it was a creepy one.